To my YouTube channel. So today we'll try to solve the lead code problem 1108, which is defanging an IP address. Okay, so we are given an defanged IP address, which means with a dot in it. And what we have to do is we have to return the output. So we have to replace this dot with this bracket, these two brackets, and the dot inside it. So for everywhere we have a dot, we have to replace this with and just return the string again. So if you see the input example second, here we have given this IP address, a normal IP address, and what they want is a defanged IP address, like with this thing in it, with dot. So you see every time the given address is a valid IP4, so it's a valid IP4 address, and we have to turn it to this. So really easy one. Let's try to do this. So we'll try to write the comments down, then I'll wait for you guys and you can see my comments and try to put the programming logic. And if you still cannot do this after that, you can see my solution. So yeah, let's go on. So first we'll just try to make a comment that, okay, what do we want? So we want create a var array, maybe, because we want to basically create an array. And how are we gonna create is basically we're gonna use a method called split, what we used in the last of our video. So in this time, in the split, we'll do this to separate all of the elements or index inside this string, so that we can get access to each of it, and then use maybe a replace or any method of JavaScript to replace this with this. So see what I'll do. So you can also get an idea, and like now if you want you can do it. It's not I already told you what you to use the split method of JavaScript and just return it at the end. So let's try to do it. So I'll create a variable array, and what I'll do is I'll use address. Address is the string which has been given, so here address is this one. I'll copy it. So yeah, so what we want is we want address dot split, split. What I'll do this, right? So now what this is gonna do, I'll just write a comment and tell you. So this split is gonna create this variable, and this variable will have, it's gonna have this one in a string. Then it will be separated by a comma with this dot. Then it will do this again, one, then dot, comma, one. So so on it will go on, so on. Okay, now what we want, so basically we already got this array with all of the elements separated by a comma. And how we achieved this? Using dot split, this dot split method of JavaScript. So we used it on address dot split by this. Yeah, so we got this. Now we want so we will run a for loop because we want to go through it. So for variable I equals 0, I should be less than length, I should be less than address dot length I plus plus. Okay, now what we want, so now what we want is basically we want to replace all of the elements where I is this dot, and replace it with what? With this thing, this specific thing, this thing, right? It's really easy. So what we're gonna do is now we're gonna use a if condition. We'll say if array at I, oh forgive me, I did a problem as well. So variable I equals to, I should be less than array, so I want it to be less than array dot length. Yeah, so if array of I dot incl, if array at I dot includes, so if it includes what? If it includes this dot, so if array of I includes this, then what do we want to do? We want to replace it, right? We want to make that I element of the array, we want to make it equal to what? We want to make it equal to this thing, if it makes sense. So every time if array at I, so in the beginning it's 1, it's not going to do anything. Second time it's the dot, see, it's dot. Then what it's gonna do, it says okay, yeah, it includes this, it is equal to this. So then it will replace this to this. So if this thing, right? And after this, what we want at the end, after this for loop, we'll just return what do we want. We want to return the array, array. And so you know what, so if I just try to return this array, it's not gonna work like this. I'll say UI. So but that's why what we'll have to do, it will have to use a method called array.join. So it's a method in JavaScript which will again convert my array. So because we don't want array, right? What we want a string as the output. So what it will do, dot join, it will again convert my array to a string. So how do I want to join it as well? I want to remove those commas as well, and I want to remove this comma, and then I want to remove these strings and join them all together like how it is here. So that's why we use array.join here. You see, that's it. So if I try to run this code here, it should work. Yeah, see, it worked. Really good solution. So now I would try to teach you why we use this join here like this. Okay, so we use this. If we wouldn't have used it like this, so let me show you. Console.log array. So I'm just trying to show you now why we use this join and why we also use this two curly strings in it. And I'll also, okay, so if I run the code now, you'll see. So see how what we got one, and then all of them are in this array, right? See, one dot dot, this all thing, they are already replaced, but we don't want this. What we wanted this as the output. So that's why what we did, now we said, okay, we separated you in the beginning here, now we want to join you. So to join you again, what you do, you use a method called array.join. Cool. So now if we run the code again, then what's gonna happen? See, again we're not gonna get it. See, what did we got now? We got this one, we got dot, we got this, we got, it's all, see, it's, we got what we wanted, but there are commas between this. Why there are commas? Because when we splitted it, we use these strings. So now when we are gonna join it, we're gonna say, okay, again, we don't want any separation between you, we want you all as one. So array.join as one string. So see, it's gonna join everything as one string. And now if we run the code, you'll see everything's the same answer. See, same. So that's all. See how easily we solve this problem. So what we learned here is how to use array.split and how to join that thing again, and using dot includes method. If we try to submit the solution, this should work as well. Yeah, we got a good runtime and memory usage. That's all. And if you like my videos, go on my channel, subscribe my channel, so that I can post more videos like this. I get the motivation from it if you like, subscribe, and comment on my videos. That's it. That's all for today. Thank you.